Welcome back to PTI. I'm Liam Brown, along with Seamus Hurd and Sam Kane. Well, we got some talking to do, and there's some inevitable standings that have to be done. Power rankings. Where do you stand on that one, Sam?
Okay, so for this upcoming NFL season, the number one team I have is the Buffalo Bills. In my opinion, they have the most complete roster in the NFL. They have Josh Allen, who just came off of a great season. He came second in the MVP voting. They have a great defense and a great offense. They're a very well put together team. I also have the Chiefs right behind them. They are also a great team. They made it to the Super Bowl in the past 2 years, and I don't see them falling much short of that. And the third team is actually the Browns. They have a great defense now, a top five defense with the additions of Jadeveon Clowney and John Johnson III. And their offense is just really, really good. They have a great offensive line, a great running back duo. Baker Mayfield, I think, will have a great season, and they have four great receivers.
Yeah, that 1-2 punch. How about you, Seamus?
I gotta go with the Chiefs number one. I mean, they just have the best offense in the NFL, and even if that defense isn't the best in the world, it's still serviceable when you're putting up 50 points a game. I also got the 49ers. Their defense is phenomenal, and even if Jimmy G doesn't score, and if he's horrible like he was last season and years before that, or injured, I still gotta go with the 49ers as a great team. Third, I do have the Rams. Just got Matthew Stafford. They have a phenomenal overall team. The Bills just come short of this, but I think the Rams are a little bit better than them.
Rams' number one defense last year. Now, Aaron Rodgers turned down a contract that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. Seamus, what do you think will happen with A-Rod?
I don't think he leaves. I think that the Packers just find a way to get him to come for another year, even if that is just another year. They find a way. Even if he holds out, I don't think the Packers trade him. I mean, they lose a lot of cap if they do trade him this year, and I don't think they can do that and put them in a situation where they're losing cap for a player they don't have.
Sam, your response?
If you asked me yesterday, I would have said that he's going to stay. But now that we know the news that he turned down the biggest extension in the history of the NFL, we know now that money is obviously not the problem for him. He doesn't want more money. He just is very unhappy with the organization, and he's been very clear about that. And him denying this massive contract just makes it very clear to me that he obviously wants out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He wants out. So I think we are going to know specifically which teams he wants to be traded to in the upcoming weeks or months. So I'll look forward to that if he does end up being traded.
To me, Rodgers doesn't want money. I don't care. He doesn't care about $50 million or $60 million a year. He cares about being on the right team, and I think that if he can just hold out another season, which I think the Packers can convince him to do, he will.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, 3 years left on his contract, was offered a 2-year extension, declined the offer. But fantasy drafts are starting up soon. Who do you guys have at your number one pick, Sam?
So the number one pick for me is Christian McCaffrey for a lot of reasons. Number one, he has a new quarterback, who is, in my opinion, much better than he had all of his quarterbacks previously. I think it'll help him a lot in the receiving game. He's coming off a big injury, but if he is able to stay healthy this season, I think he can easily be the best running back in the NFL. And also another person who I would have above Derrick Henry is Dalvin Cook. I think he talent-wise, I would say Henry's probably better, but the Titans have such a good offense and such a good receiving core with A.J. Brown and the addition of Julio Jones. I think they're going to run the ball a little less. Obviously, Derrick Henry gets more carries than anyone else in the NFL. So I would draft easily Christian McCaffrey above Derrick Henry, and I might think about considering drafting Dalvin Cook ahead of Henry as well.
Well, I love Derrick Henry. I mean, he's a power rusher that can. He's kind of a better Nick Chubb to me. And I get what you're saying about Christian McCaffrey, but To me, he's way too injury prone. He gets way too many snaps. I mean, if you look at him 2 years ago, he was playing almost every single down for the Panthers, and it just really hurts him long term. So I can't see it. I'm sorry.
Christian McCaffrey had 1,000 yards and 100 receptions. And we got to get to a commercial break. We'll be back here on Pardon the Interruption.